Good morning, students. Myself is Asutosh Ranjan, science teacher from Modern English School, Bihar Sharif branch. Today I will discuss your 10th chapter, motion and measurement. So, while starting and discussing your 10th chapter, at first I will discuss about a story of transport. Means how did early people travel? How did they go from one place to another place for their need? So, as we have learned in previous classes, we know that in early time there were no any well developed system for transportation. So either people go on foot by using their limbs, or they use different animals for transportation. As in previous classes we have studied about movement in animals, we have studied that different animals as fishes, animals, birds have a special organs for movement. Some animals use their wings, some use their limbs, some use their fins for swimming, flying, walking. Similarly, in previous time, human also use their limbs for transportation, for movement. Later, people started using different animals to carry heavy loads and for transportation, as horses, asses, donkeys, camels. These are animals which were used in previous early times by those peoples. That time people have no any special and well developed system for transportation, so they completely dependent upon they were completely dependent upon either animals, or they walk on foot. So for transportation they need more and more time, they consume more and more time for transportation from one place to another place. So that time transportation is a very tough task, but there were no any solution in that time. Laterally, as human were developed, they have invented wheels, and after the invention of wheels it make a very supporting a step for the transportation. After invention of wheel, people and early people has invented different types of devices, invented wheels. They make supporting device, supporting ways with animals for transportation, as they make carts, bullock cart using ox and horses, camels. So in this way human were also dependent upon animals for transportation. So Until 19th century, humans were dependent upon animals for transportation. Later, as science developed and different types of systems of transportation were invented, and in 19th century and 20th century, so many systems were developed, so many systems were invented for transportation, and these inventions made transportation for human. So at first a steam engine were invented, and different types of automobiles were developed, and day by day different types of systems for transportation were developing, and development and invention of these transportation systems made easy movement, easy transportation of human. So as human travel, they travel distances. So traveled distances were how measured. There were no any special system were found in early time. So in those cases, people use their body parts and other non-standard systems for measurement of traveled distance from one place to another place, as human body, foot step, hand span. These are used to measure distance, and other non-standard things were used for measuring distance from one place to another place. So these systems did not give proper and accurate measurement of distance. So a very accurate and a standard system were needed for the measurement of distance and accurate measurement, as foot step and hand span did not provide accurate measurement, because the length of these body parts differ one body to another body, so they do not provide accurate measurement. So now question is arised, and laterally a standard unit is invented. A standard unit is invented for measurement of distance, and this unit gives accurate and a standard measurement of distance, as meter is a standard unit for measurement of distance, and this unit is a standard, and all over world the 1 meter distance is same, either we go in different areas of our country or outside of our country in foreign, 1 meter length will be accurate and same distance in whole world. So this is the standard unit which is acceptable in whole world. So as science developed, sense of human is developed, they have invented a standard unit for measurement of distance, and this a standard unit is valid in all over the world. So meter is SI unit, and meter, and related to meter we use different types of different units for measurement as meter and for measuring long distance, more distance, we use kilometer. 1000 meter equal to 1 kilometer. So long distance is measured in kilometer, and short distance is measured in centimeter, millimeter, and 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Similarly, millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, and higher measurement is kilometer, mile. So invention of wheels make a great revolution in transportation for human, and invention of a standard unit also give a accurate unit for measurement of distance. So as people move, they use different ways for making movement, and they move in different ways. So according to their movement, their motion is classified in different types, different categories. So in this chapter, now I will discuss different types of motion which is completed by a moving body. As any moving body move on a straight path, the motion of that body is called as rectilinear motion as well as linear motion. Means when a body move on a straight line, a straight path, that motion will be considered as rectilinear motion as well as linear motion. As a fired bullet from a gun, it moves in a straight path. Periodic motion. When any moving object repeat their situation, repeat same distance in same interval of time, that is called periodic motion. When any moving body repeat same distance, cover same distance in same time of interval regularly, means in repetition, then that motion is called as periodic motion. As moving of hands of watch, movement of body parts of army forces during march past. These are examples of periodic motion in which body move regularly in same interval of time and to cover same distance. Similarly, if a body move on those type of path in which direction of motion is not defined, then that motion is called as curvilinear motion. Means a body move on curved path, then that motion will be called as curvilinear motion. It may be called as random motion. Motion of swing, motion of surface of a drum, these are also periodic motion, and these motion will be also called as oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion is that motion in which a body move up and down, to and fro that motion will be called as oscillatory motion as well as vibratory motion. Similarly, next type of motion is rotational motion. In this type of motion, a body fix itself on a center on its axis and move around it in all directions. That will be called as rotational motion. As motion of the earth on its axis, earth remain fixed on its axis and move. So this movement of earth on its axis is called as rotational motion. Movement of fan, rotational motion. When a body move on circular path, when moving body move on a circular path, they make a circle while movement, that is called circular motion. As earth move around the sun, the movement of the earth around the sun, in which they move around the sun, that is called circular motion. So there are so many types of motion according to motion of a body. These are some important types of motion. These are some examples I have discussed during this lecture. So these are different types of motion. So as any moving body move and travel distance, we need measurement of this traveled distance. So by using measuring tape, meter scale, we measure distance according to length. Short length we use a scale, and for measuring long distance we use measuring tape, and according to more distance different types of devices are used to measure distances. So while measuring distance, we should be careful. We should be put the scale or measuring tape on beginning point properly, and we should be also careful to find out the correct measurement of distance. So by using these systems, measuring tape, meter scale, we can measure distance according to our need. So students, this is your 10th chapter, motion and measurement. So I think I have discussed all points related to your 10th chapter. Next time we will meet with some new topics for your science chapter. For today, that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.